before it even says that it comes on. So we are live. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Manifesting Monday Spotlight. And I have Scott Coleman here with me today, and we are at Glory Cloud Coffee. And so we are streaming on Facebook, 3 areas: my personal page, my business page, my private Facebook group, and on YouTube. And so you guys, I'm so happy that you're joining today. And Scott and I, hi, thanks for joining. Remember to give permission to StreamYard so that we can see your name and who you are. And if you thumbs up or heart, we can see you too. So we're here, Scott and I were just talking about Glory Cloud and the name. And let me just give you a little bit intro. Thanks for joining. There's a few more people popping on, and I like to give people time to get on as well. So Scott and I met earlier this year at a networking event, and it was in January, and it was really early in the morning. I think it was maybe on Wednesdays you were holding these networking events.
I forgot which one we're talking about.
That's
which
okay.
Was
it was in January, and that's when we met.
It
was here at Glory Cloud. And you guys, so it was January, and it was really cold, and it was starting to snow a bit. And so I came, dressed fancy and had my girl high heels on, and I went to leave out of the driveway, and I went, oh, I need my snow boots. So put my snow boots on, and I made it on time, and I'm so glad that I did, because, partly I went, should I actually go? And I was even told, is it safe? And I went, I'm fine. I'm making it. It's going to be good. So anyway, I'm so glad that I did, because I got to meet Scott and some other really great business people. And I've gotten to know him more over these past number of months and through Facebook, actually. And Scott is a good man. He is someone you want to know, and he's someone you want to do business with. Absolutely. Hi, Mary Lou. Thank you for joining. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. And so that's my introduction to Scott, but I want him to give you just a little bit of background of who he is and why he's opened Glory Cloud.
For about 7 or 8 years, I was working in the car business, and 5.5 of those was with Mercedes-Benz Reno. I was master certified, so I was an expert in the car and did sales administration stuff supporting the GM, and was part of a group of a couple people that we were the GSD department to get stuff done.
Okay.
So we got stuff done, and the GM loved us, and it was fantastic. It was actually, he was my favorite boss, that GM there, and he was a hard charger. He was an A++ personality, go, and he showed me things from a management standpoint that I'd never experienced in my whole life. And a lot of that was about, well, let me figure out what you're good at, and let me unleash you and empower you to be great at what you do. So he would keep taking stuff off of the other sales managers' plates and giving it to me to take care of, because he knew it was going to get done. It was going to get done the way he wanted it done. And that really inspired me. And then a few years later, after the dealership sold, I went to a different dealership, and the GM there didn't want anybody's opinion except his own. And he was just a whip driver. Shut up and do what I tell you. I want yes men. I don't want your opinion. And it was squelching, and it was very frustrating. And through a bunch of circumstances, my brother said, why don't you just go start your own business and I'll help you? I was 52. I'd never started a business, never been a CEO, never been a VP of anything. And so I felt like the kid pushed off the cliff. Go start something. I have no idea how to do this. I didn't know how to do anything from getting a business license, getting permits, to what the product was. So I'd never even thought about, what are we going to sell? How are we going to do business? And I remember a conversation with a gentleman who said, my brother wanted him to be a business partner. And he asked my brother, he said, what businesses are we going to do? And the guy said, my brother said, it doesn't matter. Businesses come and go. I want to do business with you. And that really stuck with me and resonated with me, because at Mercedes-Benz, there's a person there that I thought, if I ever go into business, I want to do business with her. And she's here with me. Rhonda Hartley's my COO, who came with me to help start this and to help create Glory Cloud Coffee. From Mercedes-Benz.
Thank you, guys. Let's see who we have. A couple. Hi, Carol. Thanks for joining. And Ron, thank you so much for thumbsing up. Oh, who we got? And Denise, thanks for joining. So you guys can already see, like, you know, he gets it done. And then he brought over an amazing person, Rhonda.
She was above me in the food chain at Mercedes-Benz, but she wanted to come start something where we could build something together. And it was about treating people right, giving the most amazing, ridiculous value you possibly could, having fantastic product. And the product came 4 months later, discovering what the heck the product was going to be. And that was on a vacation in Portland, visiting my daughter and finding a guy who was from Reno, who was up there roasting. And we had 18 conversations. What are we going to do? And why? I asked him, why would we do coffee and tea? Okay. Aren't there too many people already doing that? Because he'd been in coffee 12 years at that point. So he had worked for most of the coffee shops in town, been a roaster, been a wholesaler. And then he sends me this document that's 6 pages long, single space, and 95% of it was about how you treat your staff, about treating people right, about treating the employees and the team right, and training them so they could go on and grow and improve.
See why I've grown to love this guy?
And have passion. And it blew me away. So then he's the quality coffee and tea expert. So we have our roast recipes for all our coffees from every country of origin. They all have a different recipe for how you roast them.
So you jumped on board with being a coffee roaster.
So he was the product guy.
He was the product guy.
We brought him in.
Okay.
So he was the co-founder. He's a coffee sommelier called a Q grader in the coffee world with the Coffee Quality Institute through the Specialty Coffee Association. He's a tea sommelier. And so he's our consultant that helps make sure that that baby's roasting perfectly and that we have the most amazing teas and herbals around. So we want fantastic products. And I got Rhonda, who's the business development wizard, Google SEO wizard.
You guys, they are amazing. And I have their coffee at home. And then Scott just gave me an espresso. So I'm like, zing.
It's only one espresso.
So
it wasn't
good.
even a double shot.
So good. Hi, Denise. Oh, and Denise loves tea. So you can talk about that later. And so the stuff is amazing. And I've been here when you've roasted. I had to leave. So I didn't get all of the aroma, but I got the beginning of it. And I love the way coffee smells. So good. So why don't you tell us a little bit then about the coffee, which you were going into anyway, that you do offer?
So on the roaster, this roaster is made in Carson City. So it's 35 minutes south of our commercial facility here in Sparks. It's made on the north side of the airport by the San Franciscan Roaster Company. And it looks like a choo-choo train. So we have a train on the wall and it looks very manual, but it's also got thermocouples in it so that you can connect it through a laptop that then goes through a program that charts how your coffee is roasting and what it's going to do. So there's a temperature of the drum that is spinning, and there's a temperature of the beans inside the drum. And then there's a curve that's calculated off of that shows us where the process is going and if we need to react and change things on the temperatures of the gas pressure or the airflow.
They get into serious detail, obviously, high tech, serious
every recipe
detail.
Is different.
Every recipe is different. How many recipes do you have?
There's about 12 in there, and they're basically like Central America is pretty similar because of the latitude and the elevation of the beans. Okay. South America is different, but then the countries of origins are different. And then Africa is totally different based on the soils that the beans are grown in, the elevations, because the density of the bean is it's much denser at a higher elevation. So it's just like wines. If anybody's a Napa wine lover, all the stuff on the hills is much more expensive because the grapes have had to fight harder to thrive and survive against all that temperature. So then that becomes my illustration. The coffee beans are the same way. So they have much more nuanced characters and flavors and taste because they had to fight harder to survive and thrive, just like us. Just like us humans,
we
become stronger.
It's obvious he's passionate about the coffee that you serve, and it's delicious, you guys. I have mine at home, and so I also want you. And Scott doesn't just roast the coffee; he also has this amazing place. And I see here Denise said she loves coffee ice cream, and LOL. And so you have this place where people can come to the shop and drink coffee, and they have fancy drinks only at certain times of the day when
I'm not very good at steaming milk. So if you want the great stuff, 10 to 2, Monday through Friday.
He's amazing at espressos. Okay. So why don't you tell us a bit about what you offer here? And so, because local people can come and enjoy this coffee, right? And fancy drinks during the day.
Is this where you want me to steal the...
Yeah, he's going to give you a little tour. So Scott has the camera.
Okay, so over here we have our fancy, let's see, where's my hand? This is the fancy two-group head espresso machine. It's a Slayer. It's made in Seattle, Washington. So it's one of the only espresso manufacturers not from Italy. And I have serve each other up on the wall close to our dishwashing station. So it's a reminder to me and the rest of the team that our goal is to always serve everybody around. And then we'll go over here. A couple other of our core values are to be excellent and to be kind. So in everything we do, we want to have an attitude of excellence in our product and in how we treat people. And our core value, our motto, our primary core value is honor all. So that's right above my desk, which is here in our commercial facility. Honor all comes from a Greek word. It means to respect people and value the products. So you get the best products and the best customer service. And all of those are teas and herbals. So there's about 28 teas and 8 herbals, rooibos, and some others. And then over here, appreciate comes from a phrase that means to take nobody and nothing for granted, to always appreciate everybody and everything you go through, even if it's not the best thing in life. And then over here there's the laptop and where we chart our graphs, and then some of the cool stuff on the front end of the machine, and that's the cooling tray. So the beans get dropped down into here and cool because we want them to stop cooking.
And did you show everybody the seating where they can sit down?
Oh no, let's see. Here's the high. So we got seating for about 26, 28. We've got room for 49 when there's full capacity. And we love hosting events and trainings. And I'll let you reposition us.
Yeah, I mean, you guys can see why I was happy I made it here in January, right? And I mean, I looked at the walls, and those of you know, like anytime you make something or do something and you put love and respect, it's always so much better. And you probably saw, I did want to tell you a little bit too about Scott, which I didn't in the beginning. I kind of skipped over that. I forgot, to be honest. But you could see that Scott is in great shape, right? How old are you? How old are you? He's bashful, obviously.
Just turned 55.
55. Our birthdays are very close. Yep. I'm the 7th and you are the
13th.
The 13th of July, right?
Yeah, but so, I got you about like 13 years or so.
Well, anyway.
40, 30. I got about 30 years.
We're both in the best shape of our life. And so in the future, we are going to perhaps come on and talk about the health things that Scott is doing, because he's into health, great products, and a lot of love and almighty power. And so I want you guys to remember to stay tuned. And I also, I also have, that I didn't announce in the beginning, I want to remember that I have the announcement of who won the virtual ticket to Lead Your Legacy. So I don't want to forget about that. But we have more for Glory Cloud Coffee. So what else do we want to make sure that everybody knows about this, what you have to offer?
A little bit about what we're wanting to do. We do a bunch of wholesale to some coffee shops and restaurants. We're in the convention center when it's open, and Livestock Event Center, and the Reno Event Center downtown. So we're the coffee inside there when you can actually get in there for events. We're in Patagonia, the Gigafactory. We've got a bunch of private label coffee. So if you want our coffees or teas with your brand, your label on it for either selling those products or as gifts, you can talk with us and we'll work with you on creating the label because we can print the labels here. We're doing that for multiple companies right now and have some online drop ship companies where we're going to be their coffee and tea. We're also going to be supplying some other people who are expanding, but that's a secret.
Oh, okay.
But we are doing private label stuff. Seems to be a niche that's taking off really big for us, because then you can have fantastic coffee and tea. Ed has been here a whole bunch.
Hi, Ed.
Ed
Thank
comes
you for
the
joining.
Friday stuff.
Okay.
Where Lee Smith has a coffee or her business coaching group here on Fridays. Ed's one of the core people.
Awesome.
He's had a lot of my coffee. And
perfect.
I remember the group that we met at was actually a Tuesday morning because it's Truckee Meadows Networking, TOO.
That was it.
Truckee Meadows Networking 2, TOO.
Right.
You can find it on Facebook. It's Joe and Lisa Metzger. If you're looking for a referral group that's a heck of a lot less expensive than a BNI, come and talk to me and we'll get you involved with that.
So what about so for people who are not local, and I apologize because I didn't ask this before, is there a way that somebody who's not local can get the coffee online?
GloryCloudCoffee.com is our website. Okay. And there's a tab in there for talking about private label if you want to do that. But other than that, it's a regular retail store. And we've also got subscriptions set up. So part of the COVID thing was how do you pivot and how do you survive? Because we lost about 80% of our business when things got shut down. So our wholesale business just completely disappeared. So we pivoted really hard for online retail. We have subscriptions set up. So you could set it up by product. You could get a tea shipped to you every 30 days, a different tea every 60 days, a coffee every 14 days, and a different coffee every 30 days. So you can play with that and figure out how you want it shipped to you all over the U.S.
We are going to pivot around this. So wherever you are in the U.S., you can still have this coffee. And that's why we're here. We're here to tell you how great this product is. I have mine, just had a great espresso as well. And then what are your hours for people who are local to come on in and to enjoy?
We're here Monday through Friday. I'm here about 7:30 to 5. So you can pretty much come anytime during that. If you want the fantastic drinks, come 10 to 2, and they'll make you the lattes and mochas. They'll make you a lavender vanilla tea latte and chocolate mocha, whatever you want, with all the syrups, the cappuccinos, the foam on the top, and just amazing tasting stuff. So
from 7 to 5 Monday through Friday. 7 to 5 Monday through Friday. Yeah. Is that right? Okay. And then if you want fancy, I know some of you are, I used to be a fancy food drinker. Now I'm like, give it to me straight. I love it. I love the taste. So otherwise, so if you want fancy, from 10 to 2.
Yes.
That's right. Okay. So, and we also, so let me have you.
So we sell a ton of retail coffee and tea in the smaller bags out of here. So it's just like the stuff you get at a grocery store, only it's super fresh. So we're not in the grocery stores because it's hard to fight against 50 other bags on the shelf, and the margins are really slim, and we're still a fairly young company. But you can come in and get 2 and 4 ounce bags of tea, 8, 12, 16 ounce bags of coffee, or like some of my friends, they do buy our 5-pound wholesale bags for their home. It's
really easy to get here too. Why don't you tell everybody your address?
So our address is 10 Greg Street. But you have to turn on Stanford Way because the building's like 200 yards long. So we're next to Custom Caps T-shirt and a motorcycle chop shop and Fly High. We're right in between those two on the north side of this building, which is 10 Greg Street. And you see this lovely logo on the glass outside. So come on by.
You'll probably smell the coffee, and then
as soon as they come in the door, they will smell it.
Absolutely. And then also to the website. I put the website up there already, and it's just www.glorycloudcoffee.com, right? Yep. And then Scott also has a special offer for you. If and we kind of talked about this in the beginning, but if you're local, someone can come on in and enjoy. Do you want to tell them if they want to come on down?
Yeah, everybody except Ed can get this special offer.
Oh, that's awesome. Why don't we do this? The first person, because there are some people that are not on live. And we're going to get probably a couple few hundred people easily that are going to watch this later. So how should we do this?
How about the first 5 people that reply, I want that free offer, can come in, and
So
we
I
will
want
give
free
you
coffee.
two free drinks because of, I heard about it with Teresa. So you and a friend can each get a drink for free. First 5 that reply.
Look at how
"Hey,
generous.
I want the drink."
5. Okay, yeah, you want the drink. So how about if we do something like they can type in "I'm in here" or something, or "I want the coffee." First 5 people, or how do you want to do?
I want the coffee.
I want the coffee. So let's make it clear so you guys know. So the first 5 people to type I want the coffee, then you will be it, and I'll let Scott know who it is, and then you can come in and get 2. So bring in a friend, and you can get that. Was freaking awesome.
And actually, with Denise saying she loves coffee and ice cream, I'm going to go get some ice cream. So we'll have some in the freezer, because we have cold brew coffee that tastes amazing. And you put a scoop of ice cream in there, it will change your life. Is that
her thumbsing up? Oh, hi, Valerie. Hi, Gracie. Thank you for joining. There's so many people. That's awesome, you guys. It says, I need coffee. I want coffee. Okay, so I can't see who that is yet. If you give permission to StreamYard, I can, but I'll go back. Like I said, there's going to be hundreds of people. So you guys get on this now, because Ed wants coffee. Okay, so
he wants it with you. He wants it with you. So you would get the free cup, the other free cup.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's
we'll talk about
cool,
some
Ed.
coaching. Okay, so thank you guys. We're going to go ahead and wrap up. So thank you for joining live. And I do want to give away the virtual ticket for the winner in my private Facebook group that made the most comments during this last week. And the winner is Lisa Artsberger. Lisa Artsberger is the winner. So if you are on live, I want to see you say, let me know that you got this. Congratulations. $400 value ticket, you guys, in Tahoe with Shari. Great lineup. So if you're not the winner, check it out, and you can still get your ticket. But Glory Cloud Coffee, you guys, Scott's amazing. This coffee is fantastic. Just when you come in this place, you feel good already. I mean, it's just, good. I'm not going to, I'm real. And just to let you know, I am not an affiliate. Anybody that I promote on here, I'm not an affiliate. Scott's not paying me. There's nothing. This is all because this is the time for us to come together, and this is a great product. So get yours. And Denise, you can order online, right? She said too bad she's not here, but she can order.
Anybody order online
in the US. So you guys, we're going to let you go. Thank you so much for joining, and I will see you guys soon and next week for Monday Spotlight. Mwah. Love ya.